Hi, I'm Karolina. I'm from a small town called Ranipet. I'm basically from an Orthodox family. I don't remember if I ever missed church. I used to read Bible regularly, but it seems to be a ritual for me. But then when I got a chance to get into a Bible lovers camp, that is especially how to read Bible, and I started searching the scriptures instead of reading the scriptures. So then I got to know what Christ is and what Christ has done for me in my life. That's a point where I accepted Christ as my personal savior.
I'm Trafford. I am from Chennai. I was born into a Christian family, and even though I was born into a Christian family, I was just a lukewarm Christian, just attending Sunday church services. Then one fine day, I fell sick, having epilepsy, and through that, God spoke to me, saying He wanted me for Him. I turned my life back to God from the day, and I started my journey back to God. Along the way, in the year 2015, I met Karolina through a matrimonial website, and we both got married. And I continued my journey back to God, and I can safely say I'm closer to God than ever before in my life.
Trafford, he's the greatest gift that God has given me in my life. That was a real God's plan, I could say, because we don't know each other, but still God has a plan. And we have so many differences between us. We don't have anything in common. Like, I'm a chatterbox and Trafford is a very quiet person. And I love to roam about, but Trafford always want to be at home.
The only similarity I can say between me and Karolina is we both love going to church and we both love serving God. Apart from that, we are both like North Pole and South Pole with so much of difference in our characters.
Church is a place where we all get together, share our emotions, share our thoughts, and we really have a hope that there are people to stand by when we are in need actually. We are part of Ark Victory Church from 2019, so that's when we moved to southern part of Chennai after a marriage. During that time we didn't have much support, saying we were all alone, like me and my husband. That's where a church played, Ark Victory Church played a major role in our life. We found that we are not alone, and they were a big family for us to support. And the prayer backed up in each and every situation. So to say about our marriage life, it was not a smooth road at all. There were so many ups and downs, but people in our family were there to support us and move on in our family life. If we are together, it is only through prayers and emotional. Whenever we struggled a lot to come up, they were there to pat us up and say that things will be okay. That's when I realized that our victory as more than a family for me, especially pastors. Like, we did not go to them for counseling, but every message that pastor was giving us a sermon Sunday service was really piercing our hearts, where in the initial days in 2019 it was all about forgiveness, which we were lacking in our marriage life. So that was a real counseling. It doesn't mean like want to sit and counsel people, but God has His own way to speak to people, and that's how God spoke to me and to my husband, how to lead a marriage life according to His will and plan. And it so happened, like, we are part of a discipleship group, and that discipleship group is also another family. I think it is a cluster of families together as an Ark family. And there we have so many programs. Like, when we went on for a trip to SU camp, there was one such program which really made me realize that we were nowhere there in the marriage life in understanding, but God helped us out to come through all our hurdles through this discipleship groups, there were people backing up with their prayers. Especially, they did not come to us, sit to us and guide us on what to do, all that, but they were a prayer group which is always backing us up. And we never had a thought to have a kid because there were so many other confusions going on in our life. So, but God knows, God has a better timing, and His timing is perfect, is what Trafford says always. His timing is beautiful. So that's when, after 6 years, we got a very good news that I'm carrying a baby, and she's 10 months now. So that is a miracle that happened in our life. I could say it is a miracle, yes, from above.
Throughout these 6 years of marriage, we have faced so much of tricky situations in our life, but entirely the grace of God alone has kept us together and nothing else. My cousin suggested coming to the Art Victory, and after coming to this church, truly God has been speaking to us each and every week through pastor's sermons. This church is more than just a church, but a family.
And we are happy to be part of this Ark Victory Church, where church is a family, and for us personally, it is more than a family.